on that last three-pointer. Shot clock at 6.
They say the vertical is where Castle lacks a bit. Show me where it lacked there.
Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against the Thunder. Bridges for 3. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
It's Fox with the drive. Vassell outside. Fox against Brunson. Pass to Castle. Back to Fox. The Knicks pull it in.
Got what he wanted, but then blew the lay-in. He tricked that one.
Here's Towns. Chalk up 2 there.
Karl Anthony Towns finishing through contact there.
San Antonio leading.
7-5.
Here's Castle. Here's Wembanyama. Off target at the rim. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. It's the Spurs. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Castle is in at shooting guard with Johnson at the small forward. Harrison Barnes is out there with Luke Cornett, and it's Harper in at the point.
Outstanding hustle in the open floor. Bridges seem to want it just a little more than everybody else that trip.
Barnes grabs the miss.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Outside Harper. Here's Cornett, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Brunson the pass to Hart. Pulls up, high post, and he hits the jump shot. Hart's got the lead up to 1 now for New York.
Not Hart's main strength as a hooper. Still, he can do some damage in the mid-range.
Fox passes to Vassell. Back to Fox. Castle on the wing. Defended by Bridges. Castle misses.
Not a lot you can say except fantastic job by the defense.
And this has got to be, Clark, one of the best offenses in Knicks franchise history.
Yeah, you look at the two-man game between Brunson and Towns, Kevin, and it's virtually unstoppable. And they've got the defenders to hold up at the other end as well. This is a rock-solid crew.
Here's Fox. The Knicks making the shot. Driving inside.
Now that's how you finish with authority. Show them how it's done, young fella. Stephon Castle is a problem.
Brunson muscles through the contact.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Yeah, they're cracking. Absolutely cracking and looking to pad that lead.
Bridges against Castle. Stolen by Anunoby. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Some nice passing by New York here. Brunson scanning the floor. Up again, and it's Towns on the follow.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Anytime your field goal percentage is in the high 50s, partner, you're doing something right.
4 seconds left. Bridges misses. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
On your feet, fans, and make some noise. It's your Knicks racing down to the floor to your Knicks City Dancer.
Let's go.
That will count.
Yeah!
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Knicks lead by 5. All right, Allie, thank you. And folks, we'll be back with you right after this halftime break.
どうなるもこうなるもないですよ、別に。負けたって言わなかったら負けじゃ何言っても終わって何言ってんだよ。
You can see they were
いつま
forcing
でも
shots, rushing things.
本当
You
に
have to stay patient.
And now, you know it, you love it. Time to see. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We've seen Mikal Bridges really having a great game.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
We've got Bridges. OG Anunoby is out there with Hart. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Towns in at the center. That's the group for Mike Brown as we get going here in the second half. Brunson the pass to Towns. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists now in this one. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Trailing by 5. Clark, how about the spark Jalen Brunson has brought to these Knicks?
Yeah, I tell you, I didn't see it coming in terms of how good Jalen Brunson has been, Kevin. I mean, I knew he was great in college, and I knew he would be a good pro, but to be kind of a franchise player, that's more than I expected. Playoff runs in all 3 years for Brunson in New York. Boy, he's given the franchise a jolt for sure, and he's a joy to watch.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Josh Hart is great at moving off ball, and he said, in today's league, cutting and making a layup is considered boring. Everyone wants icing. Some of the fundamentals and beauty of the game are lost. For me, it's a feel. If you see the back of your defender's head, try to make a cut. Back over to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Allie. Pass to Wembanyama. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Anunoby against Castle. Just his first attempt. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Stolen by Brunson. Robinson left side. The 3. Brunson no good. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Back from outside. Robinson pulls it in. The Knicks with the lead. Hart finds Bridges. Hart with a screen on Castle. Bridges for 3. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding.
How about the vertical from Fox? Throwing it down with authority. Go get it, young fella.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. And New York making a change. Towns is checked in. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's Brunson. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Johnson the pass to Vassell. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. New York's gotten blanked from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Hart kicks to Bridges. Towns sets the pick for Bridges. And the rejection by Wembanyama. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this way?
Yeah, and as a two guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it's really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court right now for the Spurs, Fox and Castle are their guards. Then there's Devin Vassell. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Champagnie in at the power forward. Fox!
And that is a crafty move by
Well, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated.
After review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
At the line.
I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now Castle. 1:49 left in the game. 5 to shoot. Fox! Anunoby sends it back.
What a big-time denial by Anunoby. OG came flying in to erase that chance.
Now Brunson. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Hard fires, no stopping that baby hook on the fly.
Huge point from Hart there. Never shies away from the big moment.
Fox deciding where to go with it. Now Vassell. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bridges.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
You just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Brunson outside. Towns a screen on Fox. Fox against Brunson. Beyond the arc. Wembanyama reels it in. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Castle against Bridges. Now Fox to take the lead. Rebounded by Towns. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Bridges. That does not go. Castle on the wing. Here's Vassell. And there's the try. Good.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
I think this has to be a lob close enough to the basket so you can tip it in. No time for a catch and shoot.
And so it's San Antonio who's straight by with the win. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment and
There you go.
crazy finish.
いやいやいやいやいやいや。出せないためのシュートだから。こちらだって。
And that'll do
こ
it.
ちらだって。出せないためのやつだ
Greg
った
Anthony,
から。
Clark Kellogg, and Alan LaForce. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game.
けです。